Good afternoon. I'd like to talk to you about Breakthroughs, Women of the Bible for Women of Today. Breakthroughs is an exciting book, and you might ask, why are we studying about women of the Bible? Isn't it sufficient just to study women of the Bible along with men and other events of the Bible? The answer is partially yes. But we must remember that women have two types of relationships. A woman has a vertical relationship, and that is a relationship with God. That's the one that leads her to salvation. But a woman also has horizontal relationships with spouses, co-workers, children, friends, neighbors, bosses. And those horizontal relationships are the types of relationships that often cause the most trouble and even impede the way she feels about her vertical relationship, because it is hard to navigate those spaces. Books like this show a woman how women of the Bible faced similar challenges and problems and what they did in order to receive healing and their breakthrough. It also shows what God did to move on their behalf. The book is organized into 5 chapters. Women of Faith. That particular chapter looks at all of the women of the Bible who were healed by Jesus. And it looks at those 5 things that all of them had in common. Humility, that is the position of being bowed down. If you think about the woman who had the issue of blood, she crouched down to touch the hem of his garment. If you think about the woman who had the curvature of the spine, she was also in a bowed down position. That is the position of humility. And they all had faith. Think of the numerous times that Christ said, "Daughter, go, thy faith has made thee whole." Faith is an important ingredient in the healing process. The third thing that they had in common was importunity. That is, they left no stone unturned until they received their healing. They also were obedient, because without obedience to the word and the command of Christ, they would not have received their healing. And the fifth thing that they all had in common was their ministry. And when he restored the health of Peter's mother-in-law, the first thing she did was to get back into her ministry. So, faith, humility, importunity, obedience, and ministry. The next chapter of the book talks about women of love, and we're looking at agape love. And we look at the women who mothered children that they did not give birth to. They were adoptive mothers, so to speak. And those women showed 5 things. They showed preparation, provision for the child, inclusion, nurture, and compassion. If you think about Pharaoh's daughter, the Bible tells us that she had compassion on the baby Moses. Jehoshaphat, the aunt of Joash, prepared him to become the rightful king of Judah. And Queen Tahpenes included Hadad. So these are the 5 characteristics of agape love: inclusion, preparation, provision, compassion, and nurture. And incidentally, these are the 5 things that all of us need, whether we're adopted children, whether we are birth children, or whether these are the children that you mother in your classroom, in your Sabbath school classes, or anyone that you come in contact with. If you're a manager, these principles will help you to show the love of God to those to whom you minister. One of the chapters looks at hope. And hope is that anticipation, that joyful anticipation. It differs from faith in that it never expects anything other than a very positive outcome. And that is the positive outcome that those mothers of the Bible had when they knew that they had the potential opportunity to mother the Christ child. So each woman of the Bible who was a mother had that joyful hope that her child would be the Messiah. And so this chapter looks at all of the women of the Bible who mothered the kings in the lineage of Christ. It has a very exciting and informative family tree, and it shows just how the lineage of Christ was produced throughout the generations and the very important work that each mother had in the process. Women of Wisdom is another chapter in the Breakthroughs book, and it looks at all of the women who were known as prophetesses, those women who spoke as holy men of old spoke, but it gives you a surefire test for prophetesses and prophets. The last chapter in the book is Women of Joy. It looks at those women who found joy and happiness in the service of God. So, Breakthroughs, women of faith, hope, love, wisdom, and joy. Breakthroughs is available in soft cover as well as ebook format.